Hey guys, for today's video, we are going to be on the PB. We're playing against a Darius. Oh, never mind, we're playing against a Nicole. Looks like they lane swapped. Anyways, for today's video, we're going to be talking about best builds for Season 10. And what I think is probably going to be one of the best starting builds to go towards the beginning of probably going to be Season 10 climb. Assuming not too much changes during preseason, although at probably won't be the case. A lot of stuff usually changes during preseason. Hopefully they don't do what they did to us last year and change it all at the last second, especially with how they did it with ranked and all that. Anyways, let's see. Let me see if I can beat this Cully. I think she overcommitted on me. So if you guys want to take a look at my runes, unfortunately I do have armor against a Cully, which kind of sucks, but yeah, that's just unfortunate. I thought it was Darius, but then they went ahead and sent a Cully top. I didn't think it'd be mid Darius with Ghost Flash, but I guess that's the thing on the PB. For this game, I went into the Resolve tree a little bit. I went Bone Plating and Demolish, and I have the Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Legend, Alacrity, Last Stand. Kind of the more standard setup. If you had gotten the stun, before she shrouded, we could have killed. But yeah, so this is a little bit different than my standard Season 9 setup, and let me kind of explain it a little bit. So in a lot of these matchups, you have top lane. Yeah, nice killer here. Didn't she just die? Okay. Anyways, in a lot of these matchups, you're going to have opportunities, whether they backed or whether you received a gank or you pushed them out of lane, they died, you know, whatever. And something that I'm gonna start doing, and something I've already started doing even in Season 9 before it even goes into Season 10, is I'm starting to prioritize taking Demolish in a lot of matchups. In fact, on my fleet builds and my grass builds, if you guys have ever taken a look at the spreadsheet that I have, kind of like a little mini guide for all matchups, trainer-wise, like top lane. For Season 9, you'll see that I've taken Fleet, I've taken Grasp, I've taken Lethal Tempo with different rune setups. And in the Fleet and Grasp rune setups, I've actually taken Second Wind and Revitalize as my 2 runes. However, like, I think I actually kind of overdid it with the rejuvenation, with the sustain that you get from taking those runes. Not to say that like completely overdid it, but yeah, just like a little bit. So instead of taking Revitalize, what I've started doing is I've actually swapped and just started taking Demolish for Season 9. And I've been going heavily into Tiamat a lot. So I'm not sure if there's a patch that changed like top lane meta or whatever. I used to just go Transcendence and Nimbus Cloak for pretty much every game, and just went for heavy scaling into the mid game. But the game seems to have changed quite a bit towards the end of the season. I don't know whether it's just like people start like actually trying to, you know, climb, play their main champions. Maybe I'm playing against like actual master and challengers when I'm playing on my main account. You know, whatever the case may be, it just turns out that like taking Resolve second for the majority of matchups is really good. Now, I do want to say that for Season 10, they did make a big change to Nimbus Cloak. So it doesn't proc off your ult anymore. It actually procs off of your summoner spells, which is honestly a big buff, especially for a trimmer like level 1 to level 2. Imagine just like using your Ignite, or maybe even Ghost, and then proccing Nimbus off that before 6. That's really huge. And I think, you know, the Lethal Resolve won't be your go-to for every single game. And I think there are still going to be some matchups where we can take Sorcery, especially with a little bit of a buff that Nimbus Cloak has received. One of those matchups might be something like Kale, something that, like, you basically already beat no matter what, just by default in the early game. And it'll give you a little bit of stick potential with the Nimbus Cloak and the extra 10% CDR that you're going to get for free by the time you're level 10 with Transcendence. And you don't need the early game resolve for trades against Kale, just because you just are able to set up easy all-ins, especially pre-6. And even post-6, you take Ghost Flash against Kale, and you're able to just run her down. Anyways, I just, even if I don't get as many plates in laning phase, say I play against something hard like Akali, especially with me taking armor instead of MR. I'm sustaining pretty well. I have the bone plating just because it's going to be for the all-ins versus Darius. But even against Akali, just like taking a little bit of damage off of some of the trades is pretty helpful. And the fact that maybe potentially, like, if I do get some kills on this Akali, that maybe I can get some extra plates I usually wouldn't have before, can help propel me into mid-game a little bit better than maybe the sorcery could. That being said, the thing that you guys are probably most concerned about is item build. So I've already stated a little bit about me favoring Tiamat a little bit more. Even towards the end of this season and going into next season with my experience I have playing on PB. I've played a few games. I've got a kind of feel for Tryndamere and how he's going to be. Of course, that isn't perfect information because, I mean, Elo PB games can be a little bit questionable. Now, I don't know what Elo this Akali is, but he's probably like at least plat, if I had to say. Just because, I mean, I can see he's CSing well and he's kiting like decently well. He's actually able to click his buttons, play his champion and whatnot. Let's see if I can bait out his stuff. Okay. She used her ulti there. She just played it super safe. She has no flash and I got both summons. Okay. Oh, she just got her flash back up. Okay, I didn't ping it before, but she must have just gotten her flash back up. Oh, apparently I went in right as her R ran out, so she can use her R. Wait, didn't she just use everything? Okay, let's just dive her. It's very rare that you get an opportunity to actually kill an Akali, but boy, does it feel good. Hopefully his Riven didn't beat me up. I was paying attention to the Akali, so I didn't see if Riven showed up on the map or anything. Honestly, a little bit greedy for me to do this, but I got flash. Oh, he's asking if 81 farm. In fact, did you guys know you can have, like, I think, like 112 farm at 10 minutes if you farm absolutely perfectly? I mean, this Akali just didn't know she's playing against someone on a different level than her. But let's see. It'll probably just take Zerkers. And we'll go into a Essence Retriever next. So Essence Retriever is still going to be a huge item as far as our scaling goes. But there are some situational items I want to talk about that we can fit into our build. And won't be just like, straight up you're going to build Essence Retriever, Trinity Force, and Infinity Edge every single game. I think with the changes that they've done with the Energized build, as you guys saw in my last video, if you haven't taken a look at those Energized changes from last video, make sure you go check it out. And I also want to mention as well, like say you go Fleet and you go with, the Energized build or whatever. But I also want to mention that there's this item, you've probably seen it on a bunch of videos, you've been watching some PB content, Sanguine Blade. I mean, Tryndamere is a split pusher, and he can make use of lethality very well. And Sanguine Blade gives lifesteal, attack speed, flat attack damage. It gives pretty much everything. So, in a squishier team, like, honestly, they're building fairly squishy. Like, the Darius isn't building straight up tabbies. Honestly, I probably would include Sanguine Blade in the build for this game, so we'll see how we do. Need it ward up. Playing against Akali is so annoying. She doesn't give you a lot of opportunity for trades against her. I see Riven below me. Honestly, I can 1v2, right? If they walk straight into me, There's no point. Gonna ping for assistance. Okay. I like that you can see the timers for the camps. You guys see, like, all those camps are gonna be spawning in the next 60 seconds. As you can tell by the gray hourglass on the map. It's pretty cool. So Cully has no flash. And she has no, no shroud. She has no ulti. Let's look for another play against her. She still has her E to disengage. Maybe I can get just that one auto. I didn't go for multiple because I figured she'd just E back. Okay, so I'm actually able to pressure a Cully. Hey, season 10, baby, let's go. Obviously, this Cully isn't playing perfect, or else she'd be dumbstring me. But like, still, like the resolve tree is like very strong. Did I kill her with just ignite? I think I do. Yeah, she is forced to go into me because I killed her with just ignite there. Yeah, she had 245 health, and my ignite does 270 true damage. So, I mean, the Demolish has done pretty good work for me. I think I've gone probably a whole extra plate in like a quarter just from the Demolish. And in an easier matchup, like, you know, say against like a Nasus or something. And, I mean, you guys probably say like Nasus hard, but let's be honest, like early game Nasus, like you can punish really hard. And the Demolish will actually get you some extra plates. Riven's bot side, so not have to worry. So we're gonna have we have our ultimate back up. Riven's bot side, so I don't have to worry about her. So since Riven is bot side, let's go and take this as well. I'm greedy as fuck. Let's do it. Darius is dead. Why do the minions keep going over there? Is someone like waiting in the corner? I don't see anybody with my W. Something else I want to mention as well. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to pressure the Richter on myself, but something that maybe the junglers could take advantage of, or maybe if you're playing Tryndamere jungle and you want to take advantage of a situation, let's go ahead and go Sanguine Blade. Like, I was going to go ahead and build into like Trinity Force like standard, but nah, let's not do that. You know, for season 10, like Sanguine Blade in this situation where we got a pretty good lead, like having that lethality, it's going to be really good. And we're going to have the attack speed just by being away from, you know, let's read it. While near one or fewer visible enemy champions, gain 8 lethality and 50 to 120% attack speed based on level. Oh, that's so good. Like, it's just actually so insane. I think they just recently buffed it on the PB too. I'm too high HP, so she can't execute me. Yeah, she has to. Yeah. I kept my HP too high. My bone plating is blocking a good bit of damage. I'll walk down here for a second just to check this bush with my W, see if Riven was waiting in there or something. So, like, sometimes I make those kind of movements like that just to try to, like, see the waters. Or, like, test the water, see, like, what's around me. Always trying to gauge information. If you guys don't know, your W will light up when an enemy champion is nearby. And you can use that to scout into brush and whatnot. So, I think Tryndamere is, like, the only champion like that. Maybe, like, something like Katarina ult can do the same thing. But, obviously, Katarina ult doesn't have the range of Tryndamere W. So, it can't do it as much. Oh, wow. Oh, that's what I love about Season 10. Is Dragon Soul is actually OP. Also, counter jungling in Season 10 gonna be a lot easier. Like when you do get ahead on Tryndamere. Just because you're gonna be able to keep track of enemy jungle. Like, the fact that I can see this is up in 60 seconds, like, will let me plan ahead of time, like, what I can do. And Cassiopeia is doing pretty well. But just shoving in this wave and pressuring this turret is gonna do a lot for the team. So even though I like maybe griefed a couple for CS, 1, it's good on me, and 2, like, we almost got like a full turret because I helped push in really fast. Akali is staying topside, so I wonder what Akali is gonna say next. I mean, she's gonna say I'm gonna have like 200 CS before 20 minutes. She's like, WTF, this Trinmer is hacking. Actually, if she says that, Professor Cully probably puts her in the title. And maybe gets a couple more of you guys to view the video. Let's see. Oh man, it feels good to be in a Cully. Oh. Okay. You guys saw her Nimbus Cloak activated from her flash? Yeah, I mean, this guy just never got to a spike. I mean, she's just letting me auto her. Like, she has so many tools to, like, deal damage and, like, cut away, and she's just not using them. Now, part of this, the Cully matchup is a little bit boring. Guys, you saw, I think it was, like, a stint of, like, 5 minutes or something where I just wasn't really... Okay, I mean, that guy's already dead. Is Riven such a baby? Oh, what happened with Riven? Just crying? I mean, it sounds like you're crying, man. That's a Cully's a piece of work, man. Alright, so we don't get the CDR from the passive. Oh, hold on. Did they take out the set bonus? Oh, they took out the set bonus from lethality items. Oh yeah, they took out the set bonus from lethality items and made Warhammer, or Yoma's build a Warhammer again. Interesting. I guess they thought that, so they added a little bit, oh my god. 2.10 attack speed, right? Are you joking with this item? Can you believe they buffed it on the PB? Okay, I mean, with how this feels, this has got to be like the... You're really gonna grief and int on the... I mean, I guess that's kind of commonplace here in the PB. Riven's such a baby crying. I mean, she's literally inting. I mean, Riven tried to gank. It's just like, I mean, you lost as a Cully versus a Trin. It happens, man. Oh my god, this attack speed is broken. Like, can you... They actually buffed on the PB, so Riot thinks it's like a weak item or something. I mean, this is definitely gonna be like the best setup. Anything with Sanguine Blade is gonna be busted. Is anyone contesting me or what? Okay, come at me one-on-one. Oh. I'm probably dead. I'll take it. Actually, you know what? That probably wasn't worth, but yeah, I'm just testing my limits. Yeah, that's the excuse I give, at least, for doing something a little bit silly. Alright, so let's take a review of the crit items. So when we're taking a look at the best build per game, I do want to mention there is a crazy kind of build for 1v1 that I've done occasionally. I think I did one video on it. I don't know, maybe you guys can look through my YouTube and find it. But basically the build is this. Tiamat, Blade of the Rune King, Phantom Dancer, with your runes as inspiration secondary, with approach velocity. So you have your approach velocity move speed, which works off your W slow, and works off of your your Blade of the Rune King slow as well. So Blade of the Rune King basically guarantees that you can get an approach velocity proc for the extra move speed. Let's get this Infernal. And then the Phantom Dancer obviously gives more move speed as well on hit, and gives you a ghosting effect to stick onto your opponent. It's pretty strong. Talk about this, Jax. Wait. Oh. Oh, that's unlucky. He flashed right as I spun. And the spin that would have killed him, right? I really didn't create either of those two autos, man. I guess I only had 40%. I guess that makes sense. I'm thinking I already have like 100% crit here. I'm complaining but not critting. Wait, so I get the attack speed when allies are near me too? Hold on, let me read this again. I'm getting 107% attack speed. How much does my lethal tempo give? This gives more than lethal tempo? Plus it stacks? Absolutely insane item for Trinmere. Absolutely insane. Like, no one can 1v1 somebody with a Sanguine Blade. As broken. Plus, it's giving me lethality too. I mean, getting 9 armor, it's not the best, like the most, but like, hey, it's something. So this build, I have 2.36 attack speed constantly. I didn't take a look at my attack speed when I proc lethal tempo. I'd imagine it's close to like 3, like 3.0, like around there. I have 40% CDR. I'm gonna be getting the phage proc for more move speed. I'm gonna have 100% crit because I'm gonna build an Infinity Edge. I have lifesteal coming from the Sanguine Blade as well, which is really nice. Like, oh, the stats on this item are just gross. So full build. So Tiamat Zerkers, you know, pretty standard. Essence Reaver, Sanguine Blade, Trinity Force, Infinity Edge, and we can either upgrade the Tiamat into a Ravenous Hydra, or we can maybe even a Titanic Hydra just for like the auto attack plus the auto attack reset. I've done that on occasion if the win condition is spin plus flash onto a squishy carry. Auto attack Titanic Hydra auto attack before they can get their appeal and just try to one shot them. That could be a win condition, or honestly, like if you need like a QSS or something, you could sell the Tiamat for that. Although Tiamat is really good for team fights, just because of the AoE damage you're going to be dealing while auto-attacking. It's a little bit underrated, to be honest. And the fact that this item scales up to 100... I'm going to have 2.5 attack speed. I actually am. But when they're... See... Ooh, but it goes down when I get 2v1'd. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, Senna, you don't have a mobility, my friend. Okay. Maybe I could have just, like, ignited Lucian and then flashed down. But, you know what? I'm gonna say worth. My team's doing the Baron. Hey, good job, team. Good job. So I'm thinking that's going to be the full-on build. Let me guys know what you think is going to be the best build for Season 10. Yeah, I think this, like, probably is the best, like, split-pushing build for sure. And has, like, teamfight utility, just because of the crit chance, the CDR, you know, everything. I mean, we could have up to, like, 2 potential lifesteal items. With, oh, God, this... It just blows my mind. Like... Of course they're going to nerf it, right? I mean, they just buffed it, though. I don't know what's right thinking, but if this goes through anywhere close to the way it is now, if it works the same, but only gives 60% attack speed, it would still be worth 100%. Like, the ability to 1v1 your opponent, basically, like, just super consistently, because you build an item... And forcing a 2v1 to disable the strength of the item is phenomenal. I think this item will make top lane great again. In my personal opinion. I'm dealing some damage. So yeah, if you guys have been following my spreadsheet in order to, you know, follow like what's been going on as far as matchups, like what runes, you know, summoner spells, or what build to take in each matchup. Oh man, we're about to get Infernal Dragon Soul. Yeah, well anyways, if you guys have been like looking at my spreadsheet, I will make an updated version for Season 10. as soon as it, like, the preseason actually comes, I'll be playing a bunch of matchups and, you know, doing a test when it's on the live server for, oh my gosh. So I keep getting distracted because, like, the double Infernal Dragon Soul is so strong. So basically it works like a stack shiv in terms of its proc. It does AoE damage and it, like, charges up over time. So I think the charge up time is like 2 to 3 seconds. And it does an extra 150 damage on auto. So I can probably spin flash and auto somebody and legit one-shot him. Not this Darius, but like maybe someone squishier. I'm Beyblade trend. 3.23 attack speed, by the way. Damn, she got crushed. Wait. He's running away. Must chase him down. Alright, what? We kill him with minions? Oh! Okay, my bad. I accidentally crit that minion for 1001 damage. I was gonna play with my food a little bit. Wait, does that work? Oh, that works off my spin too, the Dragon Soul does? Damn. Well, anyways, let me guys know what you think of the video in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And I cannot wait for Season 10. See you guys.